say malfunction, I mean it took an RPG right to the face.
Hello guys, what's going on? It's me here, and welcome back to another Unitas Games episode. And here today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about zombies, and basically the zombies community, and exactly where has the zombie community gone, and the reason why it's gone downhill since years ago when it was in its prime age. So as you can see in the background, I'm going to be playing the Rise and Rock the entire time in the background of this video, so I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay I have going on here. Do not mind my stupidness, okay? Alright, do not judge my stupidness in this video, only because I'm literally just recording this just for shits and giggles, and to have something to voice over with, so basically, yeah. But anyways, so let's get straight into this communication about zombies and the zombies community. So pretty much, let's go ahead and start from what I think is the beginning, which it's not going to be the beginning of the end of the zombies community or the people playing zombies for that matter. It's mostly going to be about where I started watching the zombies community. So first off, the first ever person that I ever started watching zombies on and getting into zombies was actually Tom Syndicate, or the Syndicate Project is, obviously. So Syndicate was literally the best zombies player that I have ever watched in my entire life. And at first, that's all I watched was Syndicate, and literally he really wanted me to get a Call of Duty Black Ops or World of War game just so I could play zombies, and all the time I wanted to be like him. Even though back in the old days I could never get past round 16 for some unknown reason. When I was a kid, round 16 was literally the hardest round I ever had to complete in the history of my life. I don't understand why. Don't judge me. I was like 10 years old at the time. But Syndicate was a beast, and he was the greatest zombies YouTuber, I think, during that time that I watched him. And for a long time, I noticed he had like 15 million subscribers, and I want to say he had 15 million subscribers. I don't remember. It's been so long ago, and then all of a sudden I remember looking at it one day, and he had less subscribers than he had before. And I was like, how does somebody lose like 7 million subscribers or something like that? And I got so confused to why that might have happened, but I don't know. I can't really tell you, and I don't know if it's because he switched, from being a zombies YouTuber to being multiplayer guy. I mean, I don't know. I can't really determine that. And another guy, we're going to go ahead and start with another guy that I watched all the time, was the Smith Plays, which obviously he's probably a pretty popular known guy at this point. I'm sorry about any noises in the background. The cat is in a crate and she keeps making noise. But pretty much, we have the Smith Plays, and here he is doing Fortnite videos, and then doing a poll saying go back to zombies. Of course, everybody wants you to go back to zombies because that's where you started, and then all of a sudden you're just sold out to be a Fortnite YouTuber, which obviously I know on my other channel I did Fortnite YouTube videos, but I didn't sell out and do Fortnite YouTube videos like all the time. I spread out my content and I did things that I felt like I wanted to do, just like this channel. I feel like I'm going to be doing stuff like this, so that's how I'm going to do it. I'll be doing lists, and I'm going to be doing discussions and news and stuff that I hear about games and whatnot. And I've been wanting to talk about the zombies and zombies community for a long time now, so I know I kind of jumped on the Black Ops 3 train a little bit late, like really late, but that's only because, back in high school, I was never really able to have, I was never really able to buy DLCs and whatnot, and then here I am, I finally got all the season pass, for Black Ops 3, and then I had Zombie Chronicles of Black Ops 3, and I've been playing them, and I'm just really into it. And I played Black Ops 4, and that's going to be a little bit of a discussion later on. But at the moment, the only guy that I see doing anything with zombies community related has to be Tim Hansen. And I don't know if you guys have seen him at all, but like, I'm not that popular at the moment. I know I'm not popular on my other channel, but Tim Hansen is slowly getting up there to being a more popular YouTuber, and he's doing nothing but fucking zombies. And let me tell you, it's great. I'm glad to see him doing zombies. I feel like he's the only one that's actually keeping the zombies community alive, pretty much. And the zombies community really did go down a little bit after Black Ops 3. Because after Black Ops 3, you had fucking Infinite Warfare, which was probably the worst, the worst zombies. Besides the map, the first map, the fairground, or whatever you want to call it, that map actually wasn't too bad. But the zombies itself was complete ass. And then you have World War II. And World War II was just... it was different. Like the very first map that you start out on, that one is actually not bad. That's not a terrible map. I didn't mind it. But then you go later on. I didn't buy the DLCs for World War II because I had no interest in World War II. I played I played the campaign. I kind of liked the campaign. The campaign was pretty good. I didn't mind the campaign. The only thing that I have to say that I had difficulty enjoying was the multiplayer, because all everybody did was camp and sit in corners, and the whole time it bothers me. I hate dying 50 million times a match by people who just sit in a corner. It bothers the crap out of me. I can't stand it. And the zombies itself, the first map was good, but then you go to the second map, and all the people know how to do is grunt, and the story was uninteresting, and it didn't make me want to buy the DLCs. I didn't want to give the game a chance because I wasn't interested. And then we go with Call of Duty Black Ops 4 in 2018. Black Ops 4 has the worst zombies of any Treyarch game of all time. I can't stand any of the new maps. I just can't. I can't do it. And I know that people say, "Oh, give 9 a chance." 9's pretty good. 9's pretty good in other people's point of view, but in my point of view, I'm not really a type of person that likes to have, I don't know. I feel like the new characters that they did with a new story, I feel like they should have had some sort of hint to it in Black Ops 3 if they were planning on doing it. It's like they weren't planning on doing it. They were like, hey, we just need some zombies content to toss out to the people. And so here you go. We're just going to toss the zombies content to you. And then that's what we got. It wasn't, they forced it upon us. And then Black Ops 4 storyline, I mean, I had a season pass for Black Ops 4, and I played all the maps. And all the maps are remasters. Please, remasters are great, but only when they're done right. So, for instance, Black Ops 3, when they had that one extra year, they did Zombie Chronicles, which was great. It was $30 for, a bunch of original maps that everybody loved. It was great. That was a smart move. That was a smart move for them to do. Plus, you get all these other maps. They had 14 maps in total in Black Ops 3, and it was great. Most of the maps are great except for Zetsubo, and I personally do not like Shangri-La. Not because it's difficult, but because I'm just not a fan of it. I just don't enjoy Shangri-La as much as the other ones. But most of the maps I usually play would be the Giant. I played the Risendrock. I played Krovi. Those maps are like my top 3 highest rounds that I've gotten to. And so yeah, I play the crap out of those 3 maps. Those are probably my most played maps. I play Origin sometimes when I feel like having myself a little challenge. But the most 3 maps I play will be the ones I just said. But back to what I was saying. Because Black Ops 4 Zombies was so terrible, and the people who, the Zombies community, the Smith Plays, and, Syndicate, they jumped on the Fortnite bandwagon simply because, they need content for their channel that they know people are going to like. So they go over to Fortnite because, people are going to watch Fortnite. That's obvious. Everybody knows people are going to watch Fortnite, especially kids. And so basically what you get is a bunch of zombie YouTubers who jump on Fortnite because they've run out of stuff to do with the zombies. Hey, let's go for a high round challenge on, Shadows of Evil. Okay, well, that's been done before. Alright, well, let's go to the Giant. Well, that's been done several times before. You go back to World of War and the Reese. It's been done several times by several different people. So, you kind of run out of ideas in the end. And which is quite understandable. And then here you go with Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 Zombies. I would not watch a Black Ops 4 Zombies to save my life. I mean, unless you have it playing in the background of a video. That's probably the only time I watch Black Ops 4 Zombies. I don't want to learn anything about the map because I don't enjoy any of the maps because they're all remasters. So it's not like I haven't seen any of the maps before. And granted, I've never played any of the Black Ops 1 DLC maps. Smite me, I was like freaking 11 years old, okay? I was not allowed to have, DLCs. The thought of DLCs was just mind-blowing to my parents. The only DLCs that I actually did get was Black Ops 2, because Black Ops 2 was the most legendary Black Ops game ever. I'm sorry. I was 13, 14 years old when I played Black Ops 2, and it was my favorite Call of Duty game. And when Call of Duty just came out, I didn't play Call of Duty Ghosts. I played Black Ops 2. When Advanced Warfare came out, I still played Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was my favorite. Granted, the maps on Black Ops 2 were pretty horrendous. Nuketown was fun, but not the greatest map. And then you had Transit, the worst map. And then you have Die Rise. Oh my god, Die Rise. But then they come back with Mob of the Dead, Buried, which is the easiest map I've ever played in my life. And then they come with Origins, a great map, a legendary map. So, you see, they started the trend, and then Black Ops 3, which honestly the only worst map Black Ops 3 has is Zetsubo Nushima. That's the only worst map that Black Ops 3 has. I cannot stand Zetsubo. I play Zetsubo, and I feel like I just want to die. I hate that map so much. I hate everything about that map. But pretty much, as I said, since everybody has done everything there is to do with zombies, the zombies community just disappears because everybody's seen it. They've gotten everything they wanted to out of it. They've milked it. They think they've milked it. But in my opinion, they haven't milked it, simply because the mods and stuff that people do, such as Tim Hansen does mods on Black Ops 3, which makes it interesting still. It just still makes it interesting. Like, anytime you do a mod or whatever, it makes the game a hell of a lot more interesting, and honestly, it makes me want to play the game. Whenever I watch a mod, it actually makes me want to play regular zombies, just because. And I think that the zombies community who were here before really needs to try to get that spark back into them, just because I'm saddened by the fact that the zombies, the stuff surrounding the zombies has just gone downhill. And as I said, the only person I've seen keep it up is Tim Hansen. That's honestly the only person I've seen. And the fact of the matter is that because the zombies community isn't posting much, it brings down the zombies, in itself as a game. And personally, I think that's upsetting. Because to me, it deserves recognition, because, I remember coming home from school as a kid and, playing some Kino der Toten, and it was the scariest thing in my life. Kino der Toten was so fucking scary. And now, here I am playing Black Ops 3, fucking almost 21 years old, and playing Black Ops 3 on Kino der Toten, and, I get around like 38 and then 40, and, I'm just like, okay, this is not as scary as I remember, but, it still has that nostalgia feeling, and you just feel great. You feel good about it. Because I would not have that spark in me to play zombies if it wasn't for, Syndicate, playing Kino for the first time, getting around 115, and me thinking, okay, hey, I can do that too if he can do it, even though I've never gotten anywhere close. But I've done a few live streams, me playing zombies, because I like playing zombies. I think it's a fun thing to do, and I think the zombies community breaking apart for Fortnite is a very sad thing to see. And as I said, I know what you guys are thinking, Zach, you've played Fortnite before. Don't be saying that. I have nothing against Fortnite. I really don't see the problem with the game. The only issue that I know other people see with the game is that, they see children, play it, and they're like, oh, cancer, which I agree. People doing Fortnite dances in public is the most cancerous shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to deny that. I absolutely hate seeing children. If my kid ever played Fortnite and did a damn dance in the middle of a fucking street, I'm kicking their ass. Just plain and simple. I can't stand it. But anyways, but it's not. It doesn't mean the game is bad just because people do stuff like that, and I think that's everybody's problem. And in my god honest opinion, I don't play Fortnite when I don't think the battle pass is good. Not that I'm saying that, you know, I don't think battle passes are bad or anything like that, but it, like this past season, I haven't played season chapter 2 season 2. I haven't played season 2 at all. Like I played season 1, but I haven't played season 2 because I just don't find season 2 interesting as season 1 was. So I didn't play season 2, and now season 3 is about to start, and the skins are pretty good. Like, I like playing for a reason, so if the skins are good, then I'm going to play because the skins are good, and it gives me a reason to play. I know the Midas skin was pretty cool, but personally, I didn't want to just play the battle pass just for one skin, you know, that's one, and, you know, that being the last skin, I didn't want to do that. So, I only play if I think it's good. But enough about Fortnite. When I talk about Fortnite. But, I do understand, like, you know, where the Smith Plays and Syndicate and stuff is coming from, because, you know, they need some way to keep their channel alive, but they still kind of have a gold mine underneath them with the zombies. All they have to do is think of, you know, ideas, or just say, hey, I feel like, you know, playing zombies, and then go into zombies. I mean, I do that a lot. I'll just be like, hey, you know, I feel like streaming zombies, which I haven't streamed zombies in forever, but sometimes I feel like that. I'm like, hey, you know, I kind of want to stream some zombies. So I just stream zombies because I find it entertaining. I think you guys will find it entertaining, and I think that I entertain myself playing zombies. Which a few times I've thought about, you know, streaming myself going to a, you know, high round, but I've never actually done it. Which I know that kind of sounds dumb. I should do it, but I just haven't. But basically, that's most of everything that I kind of wanted to say about the zombies community and about everything where it's at, you know, nowadays and whatnot. So, but pretty much, in conclusion, though, I think that the zombies community needs to make a return, you know, back to the way that it was before, because it was exciting in the beginning. Because as I remember watching the Smith Plays back in, I want to say 2016 when Garage Kroger released. When I watched him play Garage Kirby for the first time, I was hooked. I wanted to play Garage Kirby so bad, but I know I couldn't. I wasn't able to get the DLC for Garage Kirby, so I wasn't able to play it, which was upsetting. But now I'm able to play it, and I love the map. It's one of my favorite maps. I love the dragons. I just love everything about the map. It's a good map, and I think that they need to find something else to do besides Fortnite. Not saying Fortnite's bad or anything like that. I just think that there needs to be a little bit of a change to give the love back to, you know, the zombies, because the zombies usually is honestly what got them started, and I don't think they need to forget that. And that's pretty much all I needed to say about that. So I'm going to let the zombies video finish out for you guys. If you guys want to continue watching it, then you feel free to go ahead. Just doing this for fun. And if you guys can answer this for me, I was trying to get the Ragnarok DG4s, and it kept glitching out in the teleporter, and it wouldn't let me get it. So I don't understand. I did this rocket thing 3 times. So if you guys have any idea of why it kept doing that, please just let me know. And also, don't laugh at my death in the end. I know I was fucking retarded, so don't judge me in the end. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.
Well, that was something. found it, huh? Well, I still like my chances. Maggot sacks. Better. So how come this is the same size as before? I'm loaded. This fucker again? Power core's got spot. A lot of nerve, pus bucket. I don't like it when people call me a meathead. I won't ever get bored. Believe me. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna like it. Ugh, and I thought the teleporter made my stomach turn. Different day. No, what? As long as you keep dying, I'll keep shooting. Good gift horse in the mouth. Or in the ass. Those fuckers can really kick. Gotta get the hell out of here.
6, 5,
drying. Shower to wash off all this blood.
Double points.
We'll kill them all and reap the rewards. Ain't looking for a hug, worm breath. The improvements better be more than just cosmetic.
Teleportation successful.
One less meat bag. Get off me! Hey, freak bag! My blade's got a question!
Fetch me their soul.
Somebody want to get these dogs some leashes? Try that again! I dare you! I ain't no chew toy! Ah, hey, scratch me! Re-upped and ready for action! Gotta get the hell out of here!
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Initiating launch command.
Boom, bitch!
Max ammo.
Frank.